Hay fever is a nightmare, let me tell you. It might be an interesting thing for us to be discussing right around this time of year, but generally speaking, people think of hay fever as being a springtime issue because the most common allergen is pollen.
Huh.
And of course,
Is that what it is?
during springtime, there's plenty of sun, or there's becoming more sun, there's lots of wet rain, and so as a result, the plants go nuts with producing all these beautiful flowers, which means the bees come in and pollinate. It does mean there's a lot of pollen in the air, and that can trigger some people off into a hay fever attack, which is sniffles, red, itchy eyes, watery,
So annoying.
sneezing. People rub their noses all the time because they're itchy.
Go for a run in the morning.
The body is just trying to get a hold of this allergen and send it out of your body because it recognises it as being foreign and it wants to get rid of it for you. So your body's trying to do the right thing.
Totally.
But let me tell you something important.
Tell me. I need to know.
Quick. Dust can also be an allergen. So when we spend more time indoors, as we're getting into the colder weather, we tend to find that people can get hay fever, and people think it's a springtime thing. You can get hay fever from animal dander, which obviously if you're inside more and dust, you're going to be exposed to that even more. And you can also get it when our house is being warmed from the inside during the colder weather with the heater on and what have you, and the outside's really cold. It creates condensation, and that is a landmine for mold. Mold is another common allergen that triggers off hay fever, this response. It creates an immune response. Histamine is very, very responsible for this. And histamine comes in there to try and grab a hold, producing more mucus in our mucosal lining, our sinuses, even down through our throat to try and prevent this allergen from getting inside our body. Gets a hold of it and it tries to get rid of it, which is why we do so much sneezing. Our nose runs. It tends to be watery and colourless. It tends to not be yellow or green, which means there's no infection present. It's just trying to get that allergen out of your body so that your body is nice and healthy. So what do people tend to do?
Annoy people with sleeping.
Go and get an antihistamine to stop all the symptoms. Even though our body's trying to help get rid of this allergen, they take a tablet which has a whole body or systemic effect on their body, which means it knocks out histamine throughout the entire body. Hang on, what else does histamine do in our body apart from help us with these allergic reaction-y type experiences like in hay fever or actual allergies? It also helps with digestion. It helps our cardiovascular system, and it acts as a neurotransmitter, which is where our brain, trying to coordinate with our entire body, sending signals through the nervous system, it plays a massive part in that as well, which means it can have an effect on our mental health. So if you go and take a tablet that works on histamine throughout your entire body, you're not just working on the local effects that it's having with your hay fever, you're affecting your digestion, your cardiovascular system, and your mental health. So you need to consider whether doing something like that is in your best interest. Don't get me wrong, I used to get hay fever and it is annoying as anything, but there are some natural alternatives that have a more localized effect to be able to give you the benefits that your body needs to help heal the tissues. Because the reality is when the tissues aren't functioning properly, they're much more reactive to allergens and pollutants in our environment. So a couple of things we can do. Homeopathics are an interesting way to treat. They are a like treats like scenario. So for example, inside here, if you were to be chopping up onions, the fumes of the onions would make your tear ducts go nuts and you will be producing tears, which is helping you to protect your eyes from the high strength smell of the onion.
Or wear goggles.
If we dilute that thousands and thousands of times and you have the energy of onion in a product like this, when you expose that to your body then recognizes, oh, there's watery eye stuff happening, and it works to help hold that back a little bit. So it's like having a homeopathic product for constipation. It gives you the energy of constipation, which then tells your body you need to clear your body out. It's a very effective way to be able to do this, and it's a localized rather than a complete systemic effect. It's sprayed in your mouth. It works sublingually. It's not swallowed. It is used underneath the glands underneath your tongue, the sublingual glands, and it then has an effect to help heal the tissues through here. So rather than us trying to hide the symptoms, we're actually trying to work on being able to assist the body to heal the localized irritation that happens. So that's a really good alternative to going and grabbing an antihistamine, which will affect your digestive system and your circulatory system, and of course your nervous system.
Funny, because that's what you just think that you do.
Yeah.
Just grab a pill.
Yep, cover it up. Body's trying to help you out here, people.
It's good to have other options.
The other option is Aromatherapy. Aromatherapy works in two ways. If you're using a roll-on, it works in both at once through the olfactory, so the sense of smell, as well as in a topical orientation. So with the roll-on for hay fever, we actually roll it on our nose and massage it into our sinuses and up through our nasal cavity here. Because what we're trying to do is get the essential oils, which are there. They do have some antihistamine effects, again, localized, but they also have the ability to help heal the cells or the epithelial cells around the sinuses and the nose, which are what is damaged, creating that allergic rhinitis response. So we work on that, works very, very well. And of course, you're also breathing that in, or you can just pop some drops like we have already here into your diffuser. So while you're working away at your computer, your body can be helping to heal those the nasal mucosa, and the rest of your family or whoever else is in the office gets an added bonus effect of being able to assist as well. Em loves this smell, don't you?
Oh, it smells like Christmas.
It does, doesn't it?
It really just reminds me of a Christmas candy cane. All right, I'm going to read out. I haven't got my glasses on. Rosemary, peppermint, lavender, caraway, clove, and sandalwood. And it just smells divine.
Now, keep in mind, we've chosen those specific essential oils so that we can assist with the issues that are happening with your body. We call it pathophysiology. As a chiro, I understand what's happening in your body when you're experiencing allergic rhinitis or hay fever. So we've chosen those specific ingredients to make sure that they do the effect of helping your body to heal, which is what we are all about. Anything we can do to help you guys to heal naturally at home, and we are all over that. So consider this. If this is an issue for you, the old hay fever, get onto it and have a crack at that. And don't feel like you've got to wait until it's, that time of the month where often people, like I said, in spring it tends to be worse. But you might find that some people are noticing some of the increase in the clear runny nose during the colder months as we lead up into sort of winter time, where we're inside stuck with all the dust and the cat dander in our house. Animal dander is everywhere.
Ducted heating.
The ducted heating blows it around, and of course the mold that can grow at this time of year as well. We've got our heaters on and it's cold outside. Condensation is a breeding ground for mold. So do what you can to heal that area as best that you can, so that your body has got the best opportunity to be able to not suffer from these symptoms. Don't juggle with your symptoms.
I can't juggle, but I can tell you where to get these. Jump on the link below to our website, go through the aromatherapy or the homeopathic ranges, and get yourself some natural solutions for hay fever.
Thanks for having us on your therapeutic journey.